Merry New Year as we start these again. I don't know if this is the first one or the second or third or whatever, but I'm going to start each of them out for this month with a Happy New Year salutation and greeting. Welcome to another edition of the One-on-One with a Supervillain series with me, your resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washer. I'm going to jump right into it. Today has been an extremely long day, and it's not in a bad way. Like this, I'll talk about in a second, but I always like to catch up with people. Like I said, that's why I love doing these. And my man's is from the crib, from Chicago, the homie, the broski, Mr. Adalberto Rios with the Chicago Bears hoodie on. Man, are we all praying for the best outcome in a new GM head?
Oh. Dude, I've been saying that since like they got Trubisky. They're like, Trubisky sucks. Like, no, the coach sucks.
Man,
like, come on.
Did you read all the articles that have started coming out? How him and Trubisky weren't talking, him and Allen Robinson wasn't talking.
It's not shocking. The guy sucked. Like the guy been sucked. Like,
I'm glad they finally got rid of Pace though. That was because it was like you can get rid of the head coach is one thing, but you got to get rid of an even bigger problem, and that's the GM and Ryan Pace, and they got rid of his ass, man. So I'm like, whew. Now let's just again, we've been stuck in this emotional limbo with the Bears for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to the Super Bowl that one year with Rex Grossman, and again, it's Rex Grossman exactly. You know what I'm saying? And so then we get Khalil Mack, and we finally hit the playoffs. But then after that, everything just goes to hell. Because again, we knew we had Mitchell Trubisky. But other than that, bro, how are you doing, man? How's everything been?
It's been okay. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
Man, tell me about it.
It felt really slow, and then today I got slammed with everything, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Ugh. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. My time.
That's cute. That's so cute.
I don't like when you said that. I don't like when you said that first. Well, I got up because I had to do the Michael Collier morning show. I had to be up for their tech check at 6:45 this morning. So I did that. Then at 11, I did my boy J. Chris Newberg's podcast, his live thing podcast. Then I had a couple little phone meetings, and now I'm doing this. Then I'm finna dip out. I took a quick little nap in between, like a quick little power nap. Then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna go run and shoot to the gym for about an hour so I can get my workout in. Then I still gotta go. Last night, I picked up a show. I gotta go tell jokes tonight in Santa Monica. So yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Dude, I've been up since like 4:30.
Oh no.
Dude, I started work at 7. I'm talking about in the office, like at the desk in front of the computer on the phone at 7.
So, oh no. Oh
like,
no.
My gym time went out the window. Like I finished work maybe about 33 minutes ago. So
you're working from home or you're in office?
Well, I had to go to the office, and then I had to make sure I shot back over here during lunchtime so I wouldn't miss this with you. It's like, so.
Oh wow.
That's on top of like getting something set up and shipped to Canada on like very little notice. That has to be there by Monday.
What was that, like $7,000 in shipping?
It's overnight and it's not my money, so I don't care.
Well, that's fair because like that to get it overnight to Kent, man. Listen,
we'll be lucky if it gets here by Monday. So whatever.
They said, "Damn,"
because they still got to go through customs no matter what.
Oh yeah,
and it's computer equipment. So good luck, bro.
Ooh, shit. Mm-mm.
You work with these companies, man. They want to do stuff last minute. Is what happens.
We tell them 2 weeks. And it's funny, the companies always think that, like, oh, we got the money, we can do it, and then be complaining, we ain't got no money. Like, hey, man, you should have made these smart decisions a while ago and figured that shit out.
It's on them. They messed up.
Yeah.
We tell them, hey, 2 weeks notice. They're like, hey, we just interviewed this guy. Why don't we start Monday? Dude, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like you told them in advance already. You've been told them like, yo, it's gonna be your best bet is 2 weeks, no matter what.
Yeah.
And then if they're gonna be mad, well, how come it didn't get here Monday? We paid for overnight, bro. You ain't shipping across the states. You're shipping to another country.
Oh no, everybody on my side is like, dude, what are you thinking? Like you. Like we can barely get computers from California to New Jersey in like 2 days. How do you expect to do that?
Yeah, because like for some reason, when you do shipping and stuff like that, yeah, sometimes they'll try to put it next day. If you specify for it for air, it's like when it'll travel air. If not, they throwing it on trains. Your shit going across the country on a railway system.
It depends what you pick, and so it's just one of the things. It's like it's frustrating because it was like all last minute. It was like end of work yesterday. Hey, any chance you can like ship a computer to Canada? I mean, it should already be done. So I'm like, okay, because they sent me computers. I'm like, okay, like we already imaged all of them. I go in, grab the computers. Nothing's imaged, nothing's set, nothing's ready to go. And I'm like, I'm working from scratch in less than a day notice. Ugh, it's frustrating.
Hey man, that's because you the man. They pay you the big bucks for that, bro.
I wish they paid me big bucks. Hey, I'm a peon. I'm like on the bottom, you know.
They can be taken so many different ways.
That's fine. Take it any way you want to.
I did a show last night. Show I had to go do. I was in Huntington Beach, and Huntington Beach is a beautiful town, but it is in Orange County, which is still for some god unknown reason Trump country. And these motherfuckers, like I'm in LA County, right? Yeah, it's a lot of money down there. It's absolutely a lot of money down there. But here's the thing: I'm in LA County. LA County has a mask mandate. Like everything, even if they don't really believe in it, on the door says there needs to be a mask. I was in Simi Valley the day before, and the thing on the door said you should wear a mask. Right? It's on the door. You get down there, ain't shit about a mask anywhere, bro. I was like, man, keep these people the fuck away from me.
Dude, it's like in the gym, wear a mask. Where's your mask? Why are you people wearing a mask on?
Look, only time I'll admit to this. The only time I can understand wanting to probably pull your mask down is if you're running or doing heavy cardio. I can understand slightly for that. The rest of the time, people be out here just run. They call it raw dog in the air. Like, bro, there's a reason. Like, all right. I mean, again, we were talking about. Everybody's been talking about how we're going to get to the point where, yeah, COVID is an endemic like the flu, where we're going to live with COVID no matter what. But until we get to that point, I don't want to get some shit that if I get it, I got to be stuck on lockdown for 10 days. I don't give a fuck what the CDC says now because of Delta. Talking about something, yeah, you only got to do 5. Nah, nigga, I'm taking no chances. You know what I'm saying? No shorts, no losses. 10 days, I'm locked down. And so I'm doing this show, and it's like everybody just around, just the open mouth breathing in each other's faces. And it's crazy. I don't know if you thought about this or have heard this. COVID has made everybody realize, a lot of people realize how disgusting we actually were prior to it.
What do you mean?
So what was one of the big things when COVID first happened? They told us to make sure you do wash your hands, right? Yes. How bad did we have to be as people that we had to wash our hands? Breathing heavily on people. Remember, what was the big thing you do at birthday parties for kids? Blow out your candles, blow the cake, and then cut what people just blown and spit on and share it. Shit like that. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, not all that is bad. I mean, germs are good. Reducing your body to germs is good because it helps you build immunity to a point. Let's be realistic, to a point.
Yes, absolutely. I agree 100% on that.
Like all this hand washing stuff. People are like, you gotta wash your hands this long. You gotta do this. I'm like, dude. I've been doing that since I was working as a medical assistant. Like, this is nothing new.
Right.
It's called aseptic hand cleaning. That's what it is.
Man, this wind out here ain't no hoe today, bro. We got these what's called Santa Ana winds, and they come in, they just blowing like all hard as hell. It's blowing on my courtyard outside the apartment and outside in the street and outside in the courtyard. It's blowing the trees so hard it sounds like rain coming down. And I'm looking out the window. I'm looking out the balcony. I'm like, oh, no, there ain't no rain. The sky is clear as fuck.
Dude, you're in California. It didn't rain in California.
That's a lie.
Y'all get like 2 days of rain and freak out.
No, bro. Like about a week and a half ago, we were getting rain heavy for days.
After a drought.
Yeah, but but here's the deal with that statement with the drought. The drought makes people think the drought mean ain't not damn bit of water. Like it's water, and it's not the oceanic water, but like the rain was coming, it was more than normal. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like there's a normal because this time is considered California, so Southern California winter, right? So the rain is the equivalent of what you would get back at the crib as snow. But this shit was coming down. I was like, oh, okay. And of course, people out here, they shut shit down. They act like they can't do nothing because they don't know what to do when it rains. They're like, we're just not supposed to do nothing. I was like, I can still do shit and it's raining. I don't know what you're talking about. Like so until I get 12 inches of snow, I can still live my life normally.
Like I said, man, once it rains, nothing happens.
Yeah, man. It's just been,
y'all get drizzled like it's raining. Just like a few drops.
Nah, they do. Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Some people do that. I will admit. Some people be like, it's raining. You be like, bitch, it's gonna be dry in 36 minutes. What are you talking about? Like, it's about to be super dry outside. And then, people like that. Have you seen the new episode of Peacemaker?
Yes.
Vigilante needs his own show.
I'm gonna say this. I am upset how good that fucking show is.
Why are you upset?
Oh, it's too good. I'm like, there's no way the show's gonna be good.
You thought that for real?
Yeah, like this show's fucking good. It was like, because DC television has not been something I've been happy with. Like it's. I will say Doom Patrol has been fantastic. Like I'm trying to get through that. I'm trying to get all caught up with that, but Titans is kind of like, eh.
Okay, I agree with Titans. Titans don't know what they want to be. Sometimes I'm like, yeah.
And it's like that. Like I'm like on season 3 with the whole Jason Todd and Scarecrow thing. I'm just like, what is this shit? Ugh.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get through.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And I know you're a big CW DC person, and I'm like,
hold on, fam. I need people to also make sure they understand this when I say this. Look, I loved Arrow. Okay, I loved Arrow. I fucked with the Flash of 2 seasons, and then these motherfuckers kept doing speedsters as the bad guy. And I was like, he has more villains. Legends of Tomorrow. I like Legends because Legends don't have to follow any rules.
Legends is fun. It's fun
because it don't have to follow rules.
No, it just do what it wants.
It just does what it wants, and it works. Supergirl. I was like, all right, but I never was just a Supergirl fan in general.
I have my issue with Supergirl. I hated the treatment of Superman on that show.
Yeah, that too. Like
the biggest fucking pussy in the world. Like, come on.
I mean, but technically speaking, like, okay, minus some of the DC cartoon movies, Superman is a bitch.
I will argue that he is not to the day I die.
He won so much.
He does not in the comics. I don't know what the hell people talking about.
Okay, that's true. In the comics, he doesn't. In like the movies, they make him whine like a mother because they made Henry Cavill. I just want them to love me, Lois. What is wrong with them?
Well, from what I understand, from some news reports that I read online, one of his biggest problems with Superman was Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He did not want to continue with his storylines.
Well, because also, so people think I just used to shit on Snyder. And I'm like, I don't. Zack Snyder doesn't like Superman as a character. He only did Superman so they can give him Batman.
Yep.
He only like people like, what do you mean? It's openly known he only did Superman to get Batman.
He makes him a whiner. He kills them all first chance he fucking got. Yeah, he wants to make him the villain. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get it. It's just so yeah. In that regard, the Henry Cavill regard, and then they wanted because he didn't like what Snyder was doing, and he wanted him and Danny Garcia, his manager, they wanted creative control of the character, and they wasn't gonna give it to him. And so they was like, later, we out, and I don't blame him.
That's why when they did their quote unquote reshoots, he was the only one not brought back. They're like, we good.
No, they did. Remember, because that's when they had the situation with the mustache.
No, I'm talking about when Zack Snyder we brought back everybody for reshoots.
You talking about
5-hour movie?
No. When they did, you talking about for those?
Yeah, for those.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, he wasn't coming back for that. I thought you were talking about like the
No.
original when Joss Whedon took. No. Oh yeah,
That
he
was
went.
it's not count the shit movie, okay? That
Look,
movie was shit. I hate it. I'm like, I watched the movie. I'm like, what is this shit? This is garbage.
look, that movie. Here's the thing, and I've said this numerous times. The Zack Snyder's Justice League could have been good at 3.5 hours. That was it. It didn't need to be as long as it fucking was. It didn't. It didn't. There's a lot of shit in there he has. It's like, bro, we don't need all this extra exposition for shit.
I'm gonna use one of your lines for this one. It's just bloated ego. Bloated ego.
Mm-hmm.
Bloated ego.
That's
and all these
all,
people. And all these people. The Snyder Cut. Fuck your Snyderverse. Fuck your Snyder Cut. Like, the dude doesn't understand DC Comics. Like, let him go. Let him go do something else.
That's why people keep sitting there trying to tweet this whole shit because of the whole Warner Brothers Discovery merger. Talking about some restore the Snyderverse. Like, let that shit go. That shit is dead. That shit ain't never happening again.
It failed.
It failed.
It failed so bad. AT&T sold it. Like, come on.
Again, bro, I've said it, and you know I've said it. They only made the Snyderverse to try to get subscribers to HBO Max, and it didn't do it. It didn't do it. So when it didn't do what they thought it was going to do, because everybody made it seem like that was going to be it, because, you know, people are like, oh, it was the most streamed shit. They don't give a fuck about streams. They don't give a fuck about that. They want subscribers.
You know why it was the most streamed stuff? Because it took you 5 freaking watches to actually see the entire movie.
Yeah, sit there, you're like, all right, so this is chapter. Oh no, this is chapter 2. How many more fucking chapters? I got 5 more chapters. Okay, so I'll be done with this win next week. Okay, cool.
Dude, I fell asleep through that thing 4 fucking times.
Dog, I was so lucky I could pause it because I remember watching it and I just paused it and I got up and walked around and was like, all right, I need a few minutes. Then I went back to it and I got about 20, 30 minutes and then I paused it and I went back to it. I couldn't sit straight through it. I
tried 4 times.
You know, people were killing me. Oh, this is my 3rd rewatch back to back to back. Then you have no life.
Oh yeah, don't get me fucking started.
But back to Peacemaker.
Peacemaker is fucking fantastic. Like,
John Cena is so goddamn good at this.
As somebody who is not a John Cena fan, who did not like him in wrestling, and this dude is good. This dude is fat. Like, oh my god, he's good.
Dude, the way he snaps out at the old man.
Oh.
Because Batman, he fucking wrestles with him and instead of just smoking these fools. I'm like, God damn.
But he's right, though.
He's got a point. He was like, Batman doesn't kill his villains. He's like, yeah, and that's a problem. Batman does. He should kill his villain. Like, Batman would let these motherfuckers go to jail, get free, and then keep playing around with them.
I mean, he could just send them to another state psychiatric ward and see how they can deal with them.
I forgot what it was. Somebody was talking about that. They was like, yo, can we send, I forgot where it was. It was in a Nightwing thing or something. Somebody was like, yo, can we take them somewhere else besides Arkham and Belrave? Because those clearly aren't working.
No, they fucking
like,
suck.
If you put them in Arkham and Belrave, they're always out. Like, the fuck. But
fucking easily. They're always easily out.
It never fails. The motherfucker that want to get out of Arkham is getting out of Arkham. Like, it's easy with that. But Adrian Chase's vigilante is like, dude, he is so fucking good. Like, he's a psychopath for real, but he's so, dude, the prison scene.
I don't think he is.
You don't think he's a psychopath?
No.
The episode before, when he's telling Peacemaker, when they're in Peacemaker's apartment, and he like, yo, do you think I get some kind of joy out of when I see a dude commit a heinous crime and I have to kill him and the life leaves out their body when I'm choking them out with my bare hands? You think I enjoy that? And he goes, I do. That motherfucker's a psychopath, okay?
I don't know. He has too much empathy to be a psychopath.
Yes, he does. Yo, but here's the one thing I love too. Like, James Gunn is so dope at this. This Smog is going so deep into DC lore and characters. Like, we got a Batmite reference. We just got Matter Eater Lad. We're like, yo!
Dude, like, the way he took care of those guys in jail? What the fuck?
First of all, the way he set that shit up when he just sat down was like, so, let's talk about the contributions African Americans have made to America. I was like, what?
That dude looks like one of the nerdiest dudes you've ever seen, but he's one of the most dangerous.
One of the most dangerous motherfuckers. And then the fact we saw the white dragon suit, like I knew, okay, I was like, okay, cool, they're doing he was the white dragon, but I was like, oh, he's got the suit.
Dude, that suit was fantastic.
That suit's, yo, I'm not supposed to like a Nazi's supervillain suit, right? I'm really not supposed to, but god damn, that white dragon suit is cold.
Yeah. It looks too good for what it should be. That's why I say like that. Like Jesus.
But you know what? I think the thing is, again, this is where Peacemaker and Doom Patrol beat out Titans. The budgets they give them to allow them to do what they do.
It is the budget. I just think the story that Titan's trying to tell is just fucking stupid.
That too. I mean, again, I don't believe that the dude who was Jorah Mormont in fucking Game of Thrones, I can't believe that that's Bruce Wayne.
He is the worst Bruce Wayne I've seen.
I can't believe that dude is Bruce Wayne.
He's worse than George Clooney, dude.
Yeah. Like I can't rock with that. Jason, the dude who played Jason Todd, is just like he's just annoying. Like it wasn't ever like
he's the perfect Jason Todd.
I think that makes sense.
You know what? Everybody sees Red Hood and thinks how he is now. Like you got to go back and see when he was actually Robin. Dude was an annoying little bitch.
When he died, you were like, I get it.
No tears.
No tears. I get it. You know what? Sometimes you just got to kill a Robin. Like sometimes you just got to. I mean, it just happens to be. But that's the one thing I don't really care for is the Tim Drake they're introducing. Have you got to Tim Drake yet?
I have not. No, I cannot say I have.
So,
like, I'm Lily on the Scarecrow Jason Todd part. Like,
what episode are you in?
I don't know what episode. It's the one where they finally reveal that Jason Todd is working with Scarecrow. And he's getting him with a spray so he won't be afraid.
You've seen it. The black kid that was making the deliveries like in episode 1.
Oh yeah, that was so quick. That was way too quick.
That's Tim Drake.
Yeah, it is.
So the scary type of he looks too scary, but he also is like, I want to do this. I don't know if I can feel him as Tim Drake yet, but it all depends on what they do in season 4.
I mean, if he's a better detective than Batman, then it's worth it.
I mean, shit. When you get more into the season of Titans, I will say he is a damn good detective.
Okay, I have to see it because what I saw so far wasn't good enough.
Okay,
it was like that very quick like delivery.
They'll show you he's a detective. That's the one thing. Like him, okay. Like if they're the one thing about Tim Drake that they did get right with him, he's a damn good detective.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not making him a detective, then he's useless to the story.
No, he's a great detective. So like in that regard, yeah, it works. What else? Yo, the fact. So you watched all of episode 4 Peacemaker, right?
Yes.
The fact Mern is a butterfly, nigga. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I wasn't even surprised by that. The way he was just sitting at the TV, just standing like this.
I was hoping. I was like, but here's my thing. Has he always been a butterfly, or did he become a butterfly after that incident at the senator's house?
That's a very good question.
You get what I'm saying? Like, the episode is all about, like, it's still talking to Peacemaker about we got to figure out how to catch these butterflies, blah, blah, blah. And he probably is one now. But, like, has he been one from the beginning?
I'm going to say he has. Because remember when it looked like he died, but he was still alive?
When he caught that blast?
Yeah.
So he's been a butterfly since working at Argus, is what you're saying?
I think so. Because all of a sudden he was like this murderous hitman dude. Now he wants to be all nice and calm and trying to infiltrate the team. And I think he's been a butterfly for a while. So
now you got me thinking. So if he's been a butterfly for a while, the dissension is going to come up before they find out he's a butterfly, because they're going to find out that Leota is Waller's daughter.
Yes.
And they really not going to trust her when they find out she's Waller's daughter. Because here's the thing, when they was talking shit about Waller, at some point you got to be like, yo, you ain't to keep talking about my motherfucking mama like this to my face while I'm right here. Something going to happen.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I always thought Waller's daughter was younger. I'm like, huh.
Well, I mean, you can just always change it and stuff like that.
I know. It's just kind of
You
like one of
know,
those like comic book things. I'm like, oh, normally she's younger, but okay, that works.
I mean, it works.
It
It,
works.
it definitely works. Uh,
And it works better than CW Superman. I tell you that.
Everything works better than Tyler Hay. So you haven't watched Superman and Lois, have you?
After watching him in Supergirl, I can't. He's a
Okay.
he's a he's a fucking lame.
Superman and Lois, like everybody, like I watched 2 episodes of it, and I was like, oh, so this is where we're doing where only one of his kids has abilities, and it's the kid that's dealing with mental health issues.
Dude.
This is not going to be what I think it's gonna. And I know some people who swear by it because they swear by it. They're like, oh, they introduced John Henry, and the guy to become Steel, and I was like, okay,
It's
I
like I
just
want to check out Naomi, but like she's now tied with that character. I'm like, do I want to now?
so trust me on Naomi. You don't even like you see Superman, but you don't see Superman.
Okay.
Superman has a fight, but again, it might be that Superman, it might not, but you don't ever see Superman. But Naomi is good.
I mean, it is. Why am I breaking out his name?
You mean
Is it
her? It's
Michael
Ava.
Bryant or Brian Michael?
It's Ava
It's
DuVernay.
Bendis. No, I'm saying Bendis wrote it though.
Oh, Brian Michael Bendis wrote it. Yeah,
Thank you. I couldn't remember if it was
yeah,
Michael Bryant or Brian Michael.
yeah. Brian Michael Bendis wrote it,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
so like it's a good comic, and
Yeah.
so but here's the weird thing about Naomi. Naomi doesn't have a lot of issues already. You know what I'm saying?
That one got picked up way too quick.
That's the thing. A lot of people were like, "Wait, what? Hold on, whoa, wait!" Like she ain't even really through her run yet, and y'all already trying to make the show. So are y'all gonna make these coincide,
They're
or
not gonna coincide. There's like no way.
because it's kind of like, for lack of better words, how Game of Thrones went. Remember after like season 6 or something like that, they were done with the books. And
Yeah, but here's the difference though. They're not following the comics the way the Game of Thrones follow the books.
no, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, at least when it comes to comic book characters, there's enough story already out there that you can develop that into a TV show. Now you just have to go off of instinct and creativity.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The best thing about comic book movies, no matter what movie it is, no matter how you're adapting the story, as long as you get the heart of the character right, it doesn't matter what you do.
That's fair.
And that's the problem with a lot of these superhero movies is they don't capture the heart of the. They just want to make this dumb, stupid story. They don't actually capture the heart of the character. Like, let's go with Aqua Bro. Like, completely different. Its own story, but he has the heart. They understand the heart of Aquaman, so it works.
Also, they made you realize with Jason Momoa's Aquaman, one of the main things the one big thing I'm glad they did with him, they reminded you, yo, Aquaman doesn't just control fish. This nigga can control everything in the ocean.
And he's super strong. People forget about that part.
And he's super strong.
And he has a trident that can cut Superman's skin. So the dude's not a punk.
His trident can cut his skin?
His trident can cut Superman's skin? Yep.
But you get what I'm saying? So
yeah. But the thing, people don't realize that he's not a punk.
Well, because we're so used to seeing blonde-haired Arthur Curry that's like, I can talk to always the joke is I talk to fish, or there's a dolphin, or the seahorse he rides, right? So those are the easiest jokes for Aquaman. But when you watch the movie, you're like, oh, this nigga can control. Oh, yeah, sharks and all these monsters. Like, he can, okay, all right.
Dude, the comics are mad. Him the comic, he's badass. Like, I know that joke is, oh, he can talk to fishes, but that dude does stuff. Like, that dude is strong.
Flashpoint showed you that.
No, Flashpoint showed how his dark side.
Yeah. As soon as nigga,
him
soon
and
as
Wonder Woman's
got
dark
killed.
Oh. Him and Wonder Woman's dark side. Like, those people are fighters.
Which, by the way, that's what the Flash movie is. It's Flashpoint.
But if you don't have any of the main characters, what's the point?
Well, the whole purpose, I know what you're saying, but the purpose is just to wipe out Snyder's universe.
They're not doing a good job because it's filled with nothing but like
no
Batman.
Bro, this is what's happening in Flashpoint. The opening is going to be him. There's going to be Ben Affleck in like first 10, 15 minutes. Something's going to have about change of time. He can go back and save his father, save his mom. they're gonna be talking. He goes back and saves his mom, comes back in time. That's when shit's fucked up. When he comes back, the Batcave is gonna have Michael Keaton, who he thought was Clark is now gonna be Kal-El. Gonna be Kara and all that. It's gonna be Sacha Kali. And when he goes back to try to fix it to let her die, because his bad guy is a Reverse Flash, of course, but they're not saying if it's Ezra yet. So
it better not be Ezra.
It just should. I can't have it be Ezra. It's just they know it's Reverse Flash though. But when he goes back after fixing it, something happens. But those are now his permanent Batman and Superman.
I get that. I hope they don't do that either.
Oh no, that's what's happening.
I get that you have the inside source, but I'm hoping
that is exactly what's happening in this movie.
I'm hoping it's not because it defeats the purpose of Flashpoint. I don't know.
Well, again, their like I said, their Flashpoint is literally only to get rid of to wipe the slate clean of Zack Snyder shit. So what they're gonna do is Wonder Woman lives in her own world. All of them had that Justice League mission.
Yeah.
But now they all live in their own worlds. So Aquaman lives in his own, Wonder Woman lives in her own. But now everything that is current with Flash, Batman, and Supergirl are together. So Batgirl falls in that line now. Gotham City Sirens, all that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's gonna happen, but it's kind of like I grew up watching Michael Keaton's Batman. I don't want to see him as Batman anymore. He's too old. Give me Guinness if you can do that. Give me Terry Guinness.
Well, that's kind of the way. Not really though. I'm assuming they're kind of going to tie in some Batman Beyond shit with Batgirl without it being Batman Beyond. But what the main reason is with Michael Keaton being back, right?
To bring people into the movies.
No. Marvel Studios has him.
That's just dumb.
It's called he's the Vulture now and he's popping. Yo, do you feel like, hey, when you come back and put this suit on, there goes some money?
I would be happier if his name is Thomas Wayne.
I think we all would. Yeah, if you have Keaton be his father, I'm fine with that.
Then he comes back then he gets back into the actual time he's supposed to be in, and it's just Ben Affleck's gone. It's a brand new Batman. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I would not mind him being. I would not mind Michael Keaton being Thomas Wayne.
Like, that's how I would rather see it go. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with these movies. I don't know why the separation between the movies and the comics are so far apart. I don't understand why they can't figure out how to work these characters. It's just.
Oh, it's easy because there are two different companies within the company. So when it comes to, like, for instance, that's why if you notice, Marvel Studios is one thing. They got rid of Marvel Television, right?
Yeah.
So now Marvel Studios controls the narrative across everything, which is
because they merge all of them together. You're right.
Which is smart. You have Warner TV, which is the CW, which is more so CBS, as opposed to Warner Movies that handles the main stuff.
Yeah.
So those are like butting head, because the CW is basically CBS. So those are butting head companies. So, like, you won't get Batman on screen because it costs to put on a small screen, because it costs to put him on a small screen.
Which is ridiculous to me, but I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, because you can put him in a cartoon, it's nothing. But to make a live action small screen Batman, it costs. That's why you can always see silhouettes of him. You can see Bruce Wayne, but you can't see Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
It's stupid because if you put it all together, like, because I know why am I blanking on these people's names? Like, Jim Lee's the head of DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
And he does do creative stuff for the movies. Like, he'll look at the script and go, "Oh yeah, well, this should be like this," and then they don't have to listen or not. It's up to them. But at least he looks at it and goes, "I think this works better."
Mm-hmm.
It's just up to them if they want to listen or not. Which these idiots don't, because why would a guy who knows the comics give you good ideas? Like,
well, here's the issue with that. Like, yeah, you can put because this is what I've learned from talking to some people I know that work with Warner Brothers and stuff like that. So and even when it comes to Marvel, the comics can't. Well, we all know this. If people don't, if you're watching this and you don't, the comics can't translate page for page. They
Oh no,
just
not
can't.
at all.
Right.
Yeah, not at all.
So you know, some stories can't just be directly adapted. The problem when it comes to the Warner Brothers is a lot of those execs literally believe from some stupid ass reason their audience can't follow shit. And it's like, yo, your audience can follow what you teach them to follow. You want to emulate Marvel Studios so much, emulate the number one thing they did. They built a world and made people follow the world.
Yes, I will give you that.
They
But
made people follow the world. We're at a point now where you don't. They know they figured out somebody in between Kevin Feige and his team figured out. All right, now that we're done with the Infinity Saga, we need to have it where people don't have to go back to watching Iron Man 1 to understand everything. So they learn how to take a small point that's an end piece and make a new starting point and go from there. And that's what they're doing. So, like, when people argue about some of the shows, when people like, well, I didn't like what WandaVision did or Falcon and Winter Soldier, blah, 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 because it's not as up to speed and not moving as fast as we'd already have been seeing because we're starting over from the ground up.
that is true. People need to come out with that. But like DC can't even get a foot started.
They shoot them, no, they can, but they shoot themselves in the foot every time they do it.
Like I'm not saying like don't do what like Jeff Johns tried to do, where he tried to write his own scripts and like that dude's an idiot. Like, but like if you have somebody there who's like, hey, this is not in the heart of the character, then you should probably figure out what is in the heart of the character and then follow that route to get your movie.
That's why
That's how you need to do it.
test, you know what their biggest test is going to be out of anything?
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Yep.
Blue Beetle. Because if you fuck that up, you will lose everybody. Because the heart of that Blue Beetle of Jaime Reyes is who he is as a Mexican American, his family, the shit he did with. That's the core of him.
Yes.
It's not the scarab. It's the core of who he is to his family. And I'm hoping that the director that they got, Angel Manuel Soto, I'm assuming he's gonna understand that. Now the problem becomes, do the DC officials let him do that? Because again, you bring in a director because they can tell you, look, this is my idea for this character, blah, 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 what I want to show, et cetera, et cetera. And then of course the executives sign off on it. Right? Now it's just like, all right, do you let that happen? And you start watching the dailies and you start thinking, oh, instead of thinking, well, yo, what can we do for merchandising? Instead of just telling a good story. Because that becomes an issue too. It's like, yo, because that's the reason you got the bullshit you got out of Batman v Superman was like, what can we do for toys to hurry up and push for Christmas?
It's so stupid.
So damn dumb.
It's
damn dumb.
It's like it's so many different problems with DC as far as movies and television and shit. But still love the comics. Comics are fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't think nobody has a problem with the comics, bro.
Like, hey, whatever. But what's the next on the Marvel's plate? Is it because they moved Morbius back to April, right?
That's not Marvel though. That's Sony.
It's Marvel characters. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, it's they picked April, which is smart because this way they don't have to try to fight with the Batman or Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Because like you might as well just go to April and say, look, let's take a safe shot right here. Like, yeah, even though COVID is still a thing, which is true, but your best bet was to like we can't go nowhere else. We gotta fucking, we can't fuck around and deal with that because we ain't gonna get nobody in. You're already gonna get people. You already have people confused because now people are trying to be like, what world does this character live in? Is he in Venom's world? Is he in Venom's world? Is he in Tom Holland's world? Because again, the Michael Keaton thing at the end of the trailer originally was like, wait, Adrian Toomes?
True. But now people are throwing out the What the hell's? Why am I blanking on names? Jesus.
Getting old.
No, I've always been bad with names. It's not that. The dude who did the first Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi.
No, that's Sam Raimi. The other one.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. People saying it's his universe because of the costume that was in where Murderer.
Yeah, but that's the video game.
I know, but people are saying that it's based on his costume. But they're saying it's him. Then they're saying that it's Andrew Garfield because it says Murderer, and he was talking about how he accidentally he stopped holding back and killed people. So it could be his universe. Like it's. Then there's people who still hoping for Miles Morales to come around, so it could be his universe.
So here's the crazy thing. I thought about this because I know the MCU wants to do Miles.
Yeah.
But like he has to show up in either Toby or Andrew's universe somehow. Because Tom Holland can't mentor him.
Not yet, but he still has 2 more films under his contract, so they can just wait till a little bit later on, then do it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you go ahead and let him get. See, and that's the thing too. I think a lot of people want to rush, and have certain characters. Like I've said this on Mad Titan, I say it everywhere. We don't need the X-Men. We don't.
Yeah, I heard that. I agree with you. If you bring them in, they're gonna overshadow everybody else, and then what's the point? Just take your time, wait till you get them.
You're building so many stories. You got to let them live on their own. Because the moment you introduce these motherfuckers, ain't nobody gonna let nothing else happen until you hear something about them. Look, let that be.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. We can wait till like phase 7 or 8 for them because
we don't need them. Everybody like, oh, when are they gonna announce the X-Men? They shouldn't. They shouldn't. No fucking time soon.
You know what they really want, don't you?
What?
X-Men versus Avengers.
Oh, that's what the fans want.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they want. That's why everybody keeps climbing for them.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Again, if you automatically bring them in and try to jump to X-Men versus Avengers, now you're killing whoever you're killing out the way, whatever you're setting up for these current phases you're building, right? So we don't know if it's Galactus, if it's Kang, if it's Kang or Mortis or Doom, right? If you're rushing and you drop the X-Men in, that lead up to whoever that big bad of these phases are doesn't matter anymore. Or unless you wait and you just say, we're not doing a big bad like we was going to do. We're going to do Secret Wars. And then after they do this Madam Web fucking movie, then it can spin some shit around.
I see that. I mean, I agree 100% agree with that because they're doing what Universal's dress right now. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Doom or Galactic as a big bad.
Who do you think? It's Kang? You think it's Kang?
I don't think it's Kang either. I mean, I know it's going to be somebody, but it's not going to be either one of them.
Who do you think? I mean, like, who? No, like, this is a good question. Like, who do you think it'll be?
I just don't know. I feel like the way they've been doing stuff, they're going to go for somebody nobody thinks about, like somebody that comes out of left field. And there's plenty of people that they can pick. Again, blanking on names of stuff, but like you have Galactic, you have the one that looks like a galaxy. Which one is his name?
Galaxy.
He looks like he's all black with like stars and stuff on him.
Oh, I can't remember his name. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but like you have guys like that. You have plenty of those type of galactic guys that could be the next big bad. If you want to do something completely different, something that nobody's seen before.
I think it's Galactus solely because of Eternals, and I say that because I think they're gonna retcon Galactus.
You think so?
Look at how the Eternals look. I mean, not the Eternals, the Celestials look.
Yes.
The Celestials, literally, that shadow and silhouette is Galactus. If you look at the side and whatnot, with the little thing, like it's like Galactus's helmet, it looks like him. So I'm like, are they pointing towards him being retconned as a Celestial as opposed to the last survivor of Gallon?
See, that's something like they're pointing too much to him. So I think there's going to be a switcheroo.
Okay, I can see that. I can agree with that. You know, you're like, wait, you're giving me way too much saying it is him.
Like, and they've gone into backstories about like how all that stuff works out already. So it's like, you're giving me way too much about him for him to be the big bad. Like it's got to be somebody else that nobody's even thinking about. I mean, there's plenty of Celestials that could be the big bad.
Well, again, I think this one, no matter what, I've said it at first. I didn't want it to be a cosmic being.
Okay.
I didn't want and I said that because Thanos is of a cosmic stars, outer space thing. I would prefer Doom, but the thing is, if you knock off Victor Von Doom that quick, even as a big bad, then what does it do? The issue is, so you can take Kang, for instance. That's why I'm like, Kang can't be it, because you cannot be telling me you about to introduce this Mog and you about to introduce him in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania and then just to have him be gone.
Exactly. It's like it's just way too much, especially if they do do you remember the event where I think is it I don't man, blanking names, but the one where Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange came together to save multiple universes by bringing them all together?
No, I don't remember that.
What's it called? It came out in 2016, 17. They kind of got rid of the Mr. Fantastic, and Sue Storm was married to Victor Von Doom, and he was the king of all the worlds, and they had
Triumph
all the Thors.
and Torment.
Which one?
Is it Triumph and Torment?
No.
Okay, that's an 89 one. Never mind.
Yeah, it's one. They were bringing a bunch of worlds together. That's how Spider-Man and Miles Morales became the same universe after a while. They combined a bunch of universes together, where they had like the army was all Thors from different universes.
I
got the start. I got the start of the story in my box of comics.
Okay, because everything I'm pulling up is saying that Doctor Doom is in Doctor Strange too.
Okay, so if they're going with that storyline, then they're doing a lot of different things.
Okay, I got to catch up on that.
I'm gonna text you when I pull it up. When I go,
yeah,
when we're done here, and I go in there, I'm gonna text you what the name of that one is.
Yeah, let me know, shit, because I gotta figure that one out. But look, fuck, I don't want to go do this, but I gotta go work out. Man, we didn't had a conversation about comics, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, we just got into it. Now you got me thinking.
Dude, like I know people don't see me as a big comic book guy, but I read comics.
Oh, I mean, people have to get to know you, and then once they do, like again, you all can thank me for getting them to open up, because again, if you ever go back to the very first one of these we did, this motherfucker just sat here like,
I'm a good listener.
That's why he got married. Anyway, tell people how they can find you.
They want to find me on Twitter, Instagram. It's Chi-Town_Pyro.
All right, y'all already know where I am and all the places. I am literally going to go do this. Go drag my ass to the gym, grab a pre-workout, come back home, take a shower, go do stand-up, and then I'll be out here in these streets. I'll holler at y'all later. Don't go nowhere. Take care. I'm out. Bye.